An environment for children is important when you travel, because there are these transition moments where you really want to make sure that the kid is happy. My name is Volkan Alkanoglu. I'm a public artist, and I create basically spaces for public locations. So the title of the artwork is called Cloudscape, and the inspiration basically came when I knew that we're going to install something in an airport, and it's a children's space. And I thought it would kind of be interesting to think about the notion of flying and being in the air and looking out of a window and looking at clouds. So that kind of started the concept that you can actually play in the clouds. The artwork is pretty site-specific because we are at an airport. So the material used in this piece is basically medite. Medite is an MDF-based material. It's also fire rated A, which is important for this building because this is one of the highest fire ratings. We basically cut those sheets of medite and laminated them together, and then we finished everything with a kind of car body paint that's slightly reflective. At the same time, it's also a very durable finish, because you can imagine if kids climb on these and play with them, you know, these things have to be quite resistant. We also have a bouncy floor, as I call it. It's a pour and rubber floor, which is typically used on playgrounds. I've designed many pieces in kind of public places. This is the first airport commission. So having this opportunity here to build a playground at the airport is quite fantastic. At the same time, I also think it's one of the largest playgrounds in the US at an airport. So it's very special in that regard as well. There were some challenges with the design. So when we fabricate the pieces, you know, we have to make sure that we fit through doors, for instance. You know, we have structural engineers who calculate the weight for these pieces, so we might have to, which in this occasion we had to introduce more structure to the floor. There were a few things but we made it part of the design. So a challenge basically became a task. If there's many voices that come together and give feedback, which happens along the way, it usually makes the project better and more sustainable and safe, and also usually economically feasible. So we took these challenges as an exercise to integrate into the design, basically. So the playground is also a certified playground. We have worked with a consultant who's a park and recreation officer based here in Fort Lauderdale. And he basically gave us input on how to design a playground. Or for instance, the feature of the floor, which is a rubber floor. There's a certain thickness of rubber we have to use based on the kind of fall height of these equipments that we designed, and make it basically functional, follows the requirements for playgrounds as well. So it's fun to design a playground if you have a kid yourself, and of course it comes to mind like how she would use it. I'm looking forward to bring her here and test it.